All right, everybody, welcome to Zenfolio Live. My name is Robert with customer support, and thanks for joining us here on the live Q&A. Whether you're watching us on Facebook or you're watching us on YouTube, we are glad you're here, and we look forward to helping you with your Zenfolio account and answering any of your questions. So if this is your first time watching us, please leave us a comment below the video on Facebook or hit us up in the live chat on YouTube. Let us know where you're from, say hi, and if you've got any questions about your Zenfolio account, please go ahead and let us know. All right, guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into some email questions that I have. And like I said, if you've got any questions, go ahead and just put them in the chat, and we'll make sure to get those answered today for you live. All right, the first question I've got is somebody said, I just started my business and I'm not ready for my site to go live yet. Is there any way that I can set it up to be under construction until I've finished setting it up? So yeah, you can absolutely do this. There's a couple of different ways to do it, but what I would suggest doing is probably just removing a bunch of the elements from your homepage, perhaps creating an image that says like under construction, or something like that, and then just setting up your homepage that way. So let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about on my account here. So what I'm going to do is just switch over to my browser view, and then actually what I did was I created an image that says my account's under construction. Thanks for taking a look. Please come back later. And what I did was I just uploaded that into a gallery here. So if I go to Web Assets and I click on this one right here, there's actually an image right here that I had created for this. It says this site's under construction. Please check back later. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place that on my homepage, remove all the links and stuff like that except for maybe the contact link or something like that. Obviously, you would probably want to make something a little bit nicer, something that says, maybe show some of your images. You could even do a slideshow, but let me just show you how I'm going to set this up. So what I'm going to do is come up to my Zenfolio right here, click on Customize Website, and then that's going to take me to Customize View where I can set up my homepage. So currently you can see my homepage is set up with a slideshow, and I've got all these links up here up top. And what I want to do is I want to basically show this as under construction and remove as much of the functionality as I can, but still leave that contact link up there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up that static image. So I'm going to go to background content right here. Then we're going to locate that gallery. And then that gallery actually has to be public. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, actually we need to change this. I skipped a step. We're going to go back and click change first. Then we're going to go to photo, video, and then we are going to locate that gallery. So now we're going to go to web assets right here, click on that gallery, locate that image that we created, hit select, and then we will just go to update. Now, one thing that you want to keep in mind is that when you actually sign up for your site, so when you're on a trial or when you just go ahead and create your own account, your site actually goes live. So if you're not ready for that, this is definitely something you should probably look into doing. Okay, so now that we've got this here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to my edit site menu right here and just remove some of these. So I'm just going to remove that. Go to and remove this right here. I'm just hovering over the site menu items and clicking on the pencil icon right here to remove them, and then click remove. Yep, we want to delete the drop down. I'm going to go ahead and remove this one as well. Once it finishes reloading, hit remove. And so now after it reloads, what I'll do is I'll load this up in a draft preview so you can see what this looks like. So now if I go to draft preview right here, it's going to open that up in another tab. And if somebody came to my website, basically this is what they would see. And then they could click that contact button right there if they wanted to contact me. But other than that, there's nothing else that they can do. And that's one way I would recommend setting that up if you're not ready for your site to go live, if you just signed up and you're still doing some customizing and things like that, and you're just not quite ready for people to see your images and things like that. Definitely, though, you probably would definitely want to leave that contact information up there. All right, let me get back to my dashboard. And don't forget to publish. Once you do that, click that little publish button right here. And what I'm going to do is just discard all changes because I don't want my website to be set up like that. And we're going to go back to the dashboard. All right, so hey, Linda, thanks for joining us today. Glad you're here. She says, I'm on very limited time. How do you create a link from my website to the galleries? All right, Linda, well, I'm glad that you asked that, and I'm happy to show you how to do that. What we're going to do is we're just going to go back to Customize Website here. And then let me just get to browser only view. Yeah, and as Zach was asking, if you could clarify whether you're talking about linking on your Zenfolio website or maybe linking from an external website, that'd be extremely helpful, and I'd be able to give you a direct answer to that. But if you're wanting to link, it's the customized website. So like an external website or your Zenfolio homepage. Anyway, let me show you how to do it on Zenfolio, and then I can also show you how to do it if you have an external website as well. So if you want to just create a link to a specific gallery or a group, you can just do that right here. You just go to Add New right here on your site menu. Name the gallery. Let's say I'm going to link to my landscape gallery. Landscapes right here. Hit Enter. And then I'm going to go Action, Link Menu, Item 2, Group, Gallery, or Collection. Hit Select. And then just come in here and locate that gallery that I want to link to. So here's my landscape gallery. Hit Select. And then Update. And that's going to create a direct link on my homepage to that landscape gallery. So now you can see right there up at the top it says Landscape. Now, if you're talking about an external website where you want to link to a group or gallery or maybe your client access page from an external website, you can get the links for those back in Edit View. So let me go back and I'll show you how to do that. I'm just going to discard all changes again and go back to the dashboard here. Okay, so if you're wanting to link to a specific gallery or group or something like that on an external website that's not with Zenfolio, what you want to do is you want to come get the links to either that gallery, group, or whatever you want to link to. And then what you want to do is click on whatever group or gallery you want right over here on the left, and then you can get the direct link to that over here on the right. If you scroll down and go to Sharing and Client Access, you can actually get the direct link to that there. You can also give it a friendly link if you want as well. So if you want to say, maybe instead of this being Smith, I can say Clients right here. And that's going to change that URL to blackonyxphotography.zenfolio.com/clients. Or if you're using a custom domain, it's going to be that and then /clients. And that's how you can link to it from an external site. You just copy that link, go to your external site, and link to it there. Now, if you want to link to like your client access page, you can do that. And then where you find that link is you go up here under websites, go to built-in pages right there. And then what you want to do is come down right here, and there's that client access page. You just need to copy that URL and then go to your external site and put that URL in as a link from your external site. All right, Linda, I hope that helps. Looks like you got another question coming in the chat, so let me just jump over really quick and take a look. She says, I have multiple events. Should I label it events and then get a drop down, or should it be more specific link description for each? I'm not following the drop down. So if you want people to be able to come to your website, and let's say you're shooting like different kinds of events, maybe you're shooting sporting events, maybe you're shooting dances and things like that. If you have different categories, maybe what you might want to do is link to a group called events, and then have that have different groups inside of it for each specific category. So let me show you kind of what I'm talking about here on the dashboard. Let's go back here, and then we're just going to go back to photos actually, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So let's say right here, I've got this clients group right here, and inside of it, I've got all these other galleries. Well, what you could actually do is you could actually create like an events group like this. Just go new group, events. And then inside of that group, you could create some other groups to help you organize things. So if you shoot maybe sporting events, create a new group in there for sporting events. If you shoot maybe like dances or something like that, create a group in here for dances. And then after you do that, you know what you could do then is upload some galleries in here. So you would upload your dance galleries to the dance group, upload your sports galleries to the sports group, and then what other groups that you created in there for organizational purposes. And then what you could do is you could either link directly to this events group, or somebody could just click on it and then they can choose the category. Or if you really want to do the drop down, you could do that as well. And let me show you how to do that. So what I'm going to do is hover over my Zenfolio, go to customize websites. And then once we're here, what we're going to do is we're going to create a drop down really quick. So I'm just going to go edit site menu, new. I'm going to call this one events. Hit enter. And now like I could link this directly to that event group and just do that by itself. And then when somebody clicked on it, they would go directly to the events group. It would open up and they can see those other groups that were inside of there. And then they could pick a category that way. Or you could do what I'm about to do and create a drop down menu. So it's going to be events. And then what I'm going to do is select show drop down menu right here. Go to update. And then what we're going to do is just hover over events, click the little plus symbol right here, and add one more item to it. So now I'm going to call this one sports, hit enter, and then we're going to go and link this one to that sports group. So hit select, go down here to events, and link it to the sports group, and do that, and then click update, and let's add one more, and we'll call this one dances. And then we're going to link that to that dances group right there. Hit update. And then what we're going to do is reload this so that you can see what this looks like. So let's see how the drop down works. All right, so now that drop down's up here on the top right corner. It says events. And if I hover over it, it says sports or it says dances. And I can click on either one depending on what group I'm looking for. All right, Linda, so I hope that helps with your question. If you need some more clarification, please definitely feel free to add more information in the chat there. We do have an edit site menu tutorial on the YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed, if you haven't looked through the video tutorials that are on the YouTube channel, just click that orange Zenfolio icon on the bottom right corner of the screen. That's going to subscribe you. Then you can go take a look at the tutorials. And there's one about collections, groups, and galleries. And then there's also a tutorial about how to edit your site menu. So anyway, I hope that helps. And if not, if you need more clarification, definitely please let us know. If you guys are watching on Facebook and you've got a question, please just comment under the video. Let us know. We'd be more than happy to show you how to do some things in your account. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and jump on to my next email question. Let me get back to my dashboard first really quick. All right. All right, so the next question I've got here says, is there a way to limit a specific image in a gallery from being ordered at a certain print size? Absolutely. It's going to take a little bit of work to do this, but basically what you're going to end up having to do is create some several different price lists depending on what you want each image to be ordered at, and then actually assigning price lists to that specific image. So let me show you how to do this, because what you can do is, even though you can only apply a single price list to a gallery, you can actually apply a different price list to an image within that gallery. And that's going to be the way that you're going to limit what size a specific image could be ordered at. So let me switch over here, and we're just going to go ahead and jump right into photos. And then let's just find a good gallery here to do this in. We're just going to go to clients, and we'll just click on this one right here. And I've got a price list right here. It's 8 by 10. I'm not really sure what's on it. Let me just change this really quick to my demo list. My demo list has a bunch of different products on it. So now any image in that gallery can be ordered by any products, or by any image in that gallery can be ordered. You can order any image in the gallery for any of those products that are on that price list. Wow, that was really hard to say for some reason. So what we want to do is, let's say that maybe there's a few images in here that for whatever reason we really just want to limit them to being only able to be purchased at specific sizes. Well, what you can do is this. So we've got all of the images right now are on that demo list price list, but what we want to do is we want to create another price list that limits that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up actually to selling right here, click on price list, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find that demo list and I'm going to duplicate it. Now, you don't have to duplicate it if you don't want. You could definitely just create a new one. I'm just going to duplicate it so that I can just remove specific products from that price list and still pretty much keep the rest of it the same. So now that that price list has been duplicated, maybe what I want to do is change this name up just a little bit to be image specific or something like that. Whatever you want to call it. And then what we're going to do here is, let's say that I know that I don't want it to be any medium or large prints to be ordered. Maybe no home decor products such as canvases and things like that. So I'm just going to remove what I don't want to allow that image to be purchased as. And then what you're going to want to do is click save. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to that gallery, which was this one right here. And we're just going to find the specific images that we want to limit and apply that price list to it. So let's say this first 3 images right here. So I'm going to click on this one, hold shift on my keyboard and click on this one. And then what I'm going to do is come over here to the pricing, click on pricing right here. And instead of it being same as containing gallery, I'm going to come down here and go to the demo list image specific and click save. So now that entire gallery and all of the images in that gallery can be ordered through the demo price list, but these 3 images can only use that demo specific price list, which we removed the larger prints, and we also removed the canvases and things like that. So if you need to limit a specific image to being allowed to only be ordered for certain products, that's the way you can do it right there. And that's really hard to say for some reason. All right, let me get back to my dashboard here, and let's see here. All right, so Linda says, I have an event that includes 2,300 images. Will my preloaded folders appear as drop-downs on the drop-down? No, so the site menu is not going to, as Zach was saying, the site menu is not going to automatically generate every time you add a new group or whatever like that. What you can do, though, is if you just linked to the events group, anytime you add new galleries into the group, if you are linked to the group from the site menu, those galleries will appear in that group and you won't have to go back and keep editing your site menu. So let me just kind of show you that really quick. So you know how to do that. All right, so what we're going to do is from here, let me just switch over. Let's go to photos really quick, and I'll just show you kind of what I'm talking about. So if you want to just upload galleries every time you shoot an event and not have to do anything, what you could do is just link to the top level group right here, so that when somebody clicks on it, they go to that group. And then anytime you upload or create new galleries inside of that group, you don't have to go back and change your site menu. They're going to be there for you whenever the person clicks on events. They'll just have to look through the rest of the galleries that are inside of that. There is a tutorial on the YouTube channel called Getting Your Clients to Their Galleries, and it kind of explains how to do that. I would definitely recommend checking out that tutorial. It's going to walk you through it. If you need any kind of security on your galleries and stuff like that, I would definitely look into the access control tutorial as well to make sure that you know how to set that up. All right, Linda, I hope that helps. Let me get back to my dashboard here and jump over and see what other questions we got here. So the next question I've got says, is there a way to collect my clients' emails? So there's a couple of ways that you could do that. The easiest is probably going to be through visitor sign-in. So you can turn on visitor sign-in, and what that's going to do is it's going to, anytime a visitor goes to a gallery, it's going to pop up and it's going to ask them, for their name, their email, and you can also customize it, and I'll show you how to customize it as well. So let me go and show you how to turn on visitor sign-in really quick. We're just going to go to a gallery right here. Let me get a glass of water. Okay, so we're here in the photos page, and what we're going to do is just click on this gallery right here. Now, over on the right-hand side over here under your toolbox, if you scroll down, there is an option called visitor sign-in. Right now you can see it says none, but you can turn this on as well. So if you click to turn it on, you can change it to display a visitor sign-in. And then what this is going to do is anytime somebody goes to the gallery that you turn it on for, it's going to have a little pop-up that comes up, and before they can go in, it's going to ask for their name and email address or whatever you specify. You can also have it email you anytime somebody does that, which is pretty handy. And you can also, which I would strongly recommend, because this is why you're turning it on in the first place, have it automatically update your contact list with their information. So what we're going to do is go to visitor messaging right here, and this is what appears on the pop-up when they go there. So let's just change this really quick, and we'll just say, hi, give me your information. There we go. And then what we're going to do is go to sign-in fields right here. You can have name required. You can do email address to be required. You could also do phone number if you want. And then if you want to add an additional question right here, you can. Now, I do want to specify that if you add an additional question, that information is not actually saved anywhere in your contacts list, but it will be in the email that Zenfolio sends to you. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, let me get myself out of the way here. What we're going to do now is go ahead and click save right here. And now that visitor sign-in is turned on that gallery. So let me just show you how that works. So let me open this gallery up into an incognito window. So what I'm going to do is click on the gallery, go down to sharing and client access right here, copy that gallery link. And then anytime you're wanting to view your gallery as a true visitor, so that you can understand exactly what it looks like to a true visitor and not you, the photographer, when you're logged into your account, what you want to do is you want to go to File and go into a new incognito window. This way you're going to be logged out of your account. So if I can bring this down here, you can see I'm in an incognito window. Excuse me. And we're just going to paste this gallery link in here. Okay, so why didn't the visitor sign-in pop up? Let me go back here. Visitor sign-in is displayed. Oh, it's because I'm logged in an incognito window. Okay, so for this case, what I need to do is I actually need to open it up into a normal window because I'm actually logged into this account in an incognito window. So let me go File, New Window, and let me just paste it in there, and that should work. Okay, I'm lying. That's not going to work. Let me open up Firefox because apparently I'm logged into that account in a regular window too. So let me get Firefox going really quick. And this time it's going to work. So here is Firefox right here. And what we're going to do, paste the gallery in one more time. And I know I'm not logged in Firefox. So there you go. So I'm not logged into that account in Firefox. So now it says, hi, give me your information. And then it's going to ask me for my name and my email address. So, so what we're going to do is go to I'm just going to put my name in, and then we're just going to do test at yes.com, and then hit continue. So I have to enter that information before I actually get access to this gallery. Now, what that's going to do is send me an email letting me know that somebody's logged into that gallery, which actually they haven't logged in. This is not password protection. This is just to capture email addresses. So they haven't logged into this gallery if this gallery was a password protected gallery. All they've done is do the visitor sign in. Now, since this gallery is public, it doesn't ask for a password, but I just want to clarify that that is something completely different. Okay, so now that I've gone in there and gone into that gallery, that information is going to be in my communications tab. So if I hit refresh here, go to communications right here, you're going to see somewhere in here, let's see, somewhere in here is going to be test at yes.com. Right here, test at yes.com, Robert, right here. So now that information's been added to my contacts list. And that's how you can capture your clients' email addresses. Maybe if you shoot weddings and you want to get the visitors to that gallery, get their email addresses that can be stored here. And then something really cool that you can do is you can come and you can send them all an email. You can click right here, select them all, choose send them an email right here, and write everybody like a nice little marketing email if you want to do that. The other thing you could do as well too is you can send an email based on a specific gallery. So let's say I want to send an email based on just that specific gallery that I just did the setup for. So if I go here, I can come in and I can choose that gallery. So if I go here and then let's see right here, I think is where it was, and then click on this, we can view the contacts for just that specific gallery right there and email them as well. So that's one way that you can capture the emails. Another way might be embedding like something like a MailChimp or something like that in your homepage through like one of the places where you can access the source code, like the welcome message or something like that. All right, we've got a question in the chat here. Let me get to it really quick. All right, Will says, is there a place that we can see all of these Zenfolio websites? I have mine, but it would be great to look at the way that other users are utilizing it. I know you have a few limited number of examples. That's a good question. I don't know if there's like a listing where that information is, but if you want to see some homepage examples, there's actually a really good site that you can go to. And if I can get my moderator to, if I can get Zach to throw this out in the chat, I'm going to take you there really quick and show you. It's demo.zenfolio.com. So if you go to demo.zenfolio.com, and let me just go to the browser here really quick. So this page here has got tons of homepage examples that you can view right here. And actually, I can throw that link out. I got it. demo.zenfolio.com. There we go. Okay. So you can go and you can view all kinds of homepage examples and things like that on this site. You can go up and you can check out different themes right here. So you can see Zenfolio themes. You can see custom themes that people's created. You can see different screenshots of gallery configurations and things like that. Dashboard, all kinds of stuff here. And then there's also various examples here. There's galleries, there's examples of the shopping cart and things like that. So that's one place you could go check out, Will, and see if maybe you can find what you're looking for there. Also another okay, guys, sorry about that. We lost some connection or something for a second, but we got it back up. I apologize about that. But yeah, so whitegoldphotography.com is definitely a good demo site that you can go see. That is there. You just go to whitegoldphotography.com and you can check out all kinds of different things. There's actually different portfolios you can check out. You can get an idea how to charge your clients for setting fees and things like that. You can check out some custom page examples as well. And you can also demo client access. And you can also see how the events feature works, either an open event or a restricted event. So that is whitegoldphotography.com. Let me just toss that link out in the chat here for you guys. And Facebook, I don't know if I lost you guys or what. I do apologize if I lost you guys. I'm not exactly sure what happened. But yeah, I have no idea what happened. So I do apologize, guys, for that. But thanks for hanging out and sticking around. Let me get back to my main here. And we're going to go ahead and take the next question. So let me go down here and see. Next question I've got is, where can I see how many people visited a gallery? So if you want to just take a quick look and see how many people visited, there's visitor tracking that's built in that you can use. And let me show you how to get there really quick. I'm just going to switch over to my browser. We're going to go back to the dashboard right here and hit continue. And then what we're going to do is we are going to go to photos right here. And then if you click on a gallery, let's just click on this one right here. There's actually a visitors button right up here that you can click on. So if you click on visitors right here, let me go back really quick and make sure that I hit the right one. So if you click on this, you can go to visitors right here. And it's going to show you the visitors to the gallery and things like that. So that information is right here. Now you can also go up here and click this little info icon right here. And you can see the visitor information there as well. So the visitor count is 2, photos are 25. And you can see that information there. Now, in order for a visit to count, somebody has to actually click on an image. So we don't track a visit if they just view the thumbnails page. They actually have to click on an image for that to work. So what we're going to do is also, while we're here, I want to show you how you can see how many times an image has been downloaded if you allow downloading of your images. So if you click on this one right here and you click info right here, you can see how many times this photo's been downloaded right here as well and how many visits that image has. Now, if you need something a little more detailed, a little bit of tracking, you can use Google Analytics. You can set that up by going to settings and then go to website right here, click on visitor tracking, and then there's Google Analytics right there. You can click on that, you can enable it, and there's some instructions and things like that. So that's there if you need more detailed information on that. All right, let me go back and let me see if we got Facebook back up yet. I don't think we have Facebook back up yet, but we'll keep going here on YouTube. All right, guys, if you have any more questions, please feel free just to throw them out in the chat. I'd love to take your questions live and answer them live. Otherwise, I'm taking the email questions that we get, and if you guys want to email a question, you can just shoot an email to zenfolio.com/contact. Use that thing and then put YouTube live question in the subject line, and that's where we get the questions that we're answering now. All right, so let me jump back to an email question here. I'm trying to set up client access, but every time I enter the password, the client access page says the code is not recognized. What am I doing wrong? So what this sounds like you might be doing wrong is it sounds like you might be trying to use the gallery password for the client access or the gallery ID code. So there is a difference, and let me show you exactly how all of this works and how you set it up. So if I click on photos right here, clicking on photos right there, then what we're going to do is we're going to go to a gallery. So let's just go to this one right here. Actually, let's go to a gallery that's password protected so I can show you the difference. We're just going to go, we'll just make this one password protected. Okay, so we're clicking on this gallery right here, and the first thing I'm going to do is set up the gallery password. Now, this is not for client access. This is just to control who can actually get into the gallery. So if I go to gallery access right here, I can set it up to be locked with a password, and I'm going to do that really quick. Now I'm using a really easy password because if I don't, I might forget while I'm entering it and showing it to you. But let me make some recommendations on the types of passwords I would suggest you use if you want the gallery to be really secure. You want to probably use a combination of some uppercase letters, some lowercase letters, some numbers, and then maybe even some special characters. That's going to make that gallery really secure, especially if it's something like boudoir or children or something like that. That's a good idea and a good rule of thumb to follow. For this one, I'm just using all uppercase test, and then what I'm going to do is come down here and click save. Okay, now that we've set up that password, if I want to set this up to be used on client access, what we need to do is we need to actually go and do one more step. We need to go and we need to create a gallery ID, and this is what's entered on the client access page. So that's created by going down to sharing and client access right here. And then whatever you want the gallery ID to be, you put that here. So let's say for this one, I want it to be just 1112. That also changes the URL of the gallery right here, as you'll notice. So it's a way to make a friendly URL for your clients as well if you want. Now what we're going to do is click save. Okay, so now we need to make sure that we actually have the client access page linked from our homepage. So what we're going to do is we are going to go up here to the very top, hover over my Zenfolio, and click Customize Website. And then we're going to add the client access page onto our site menu here. So it looks like I've already got it here, but what I'm going to do is just delete that so I can show you the full steps starting from nothing to actually having this set up correctly. Okay, so now that I've removed that, what we need to do is we need to add it back to the site menu, or if you didn't have it before, you need to add it to your site menu. So what we're going to do is click New right here. I'm going to type in Client Access, hit Enter, and then we are going to do Link Menu Item 2, choose a built-in or custom page, hit this little drop box right here, come down and click on Client Access and hit Update. And now that's going to refresh the screen, and then you're going to see the Client Access link up top. All right, so there's that Client Access link right there. Now let me go hit Draft Preview here, and I'll show you how the Client Access works. Actually, you know what? Let me go back and publish this. Let me close this out. Let me publish this, and we'll open this up in Firefox so we can view it, and I can show you what it's like as if you were an actual true visitor. So we're going to open this up in Firefox here. So let me get Firefox pulled up. There's Firefox. We're going to paste that link in. And now we've got that client access link right there. We're going to click client access, and it's going to take us to where it says enter your gallery ID. Now this page is pretty customizable. Actually, I take that back. It's not very customizable. You can add a photo, you can change the layout, but there's not really a lot you can do with this page, but you can change some things. But here's where you enter your gallery ID. So if you remember, the gallery ID was just 1112, I think is what it was. But let me show you what happens if I try to enter the password instead. If I try to enter the password, which was test, all caps, it's going to give me an error and say this code was not recognized. So that's what we want to do, just 1112. And then that's going to take me to that gallery. And then if visitor sign in is turned on in that gallery, I'll have to do visitor sign in as well, and also enter that password before I have access. So after you enter all the information and it's correct, it's going to take you right to that gallery. You can view the photos and all of that stuff. And that's how client access works. It's a nice feature. I think it makes things easy for your clients. It's really nice too if you're away and you're on the phone with your client and they're asking how to see their images or something like that. While we're talking about passwords, if your clients mess up entering the password 3 times, it's actually going to block their IP from accessing the site. Now, it's not going to do it forever. It's going to do it for a certain amount of time that's determined by a security algorithm, which I could not even begin to tell you how it works. But after that period of time is over, if they have the right password, they'll be able to come back and access their gallery. If you email into us, there's nothing that we can do. We can't manually unblock it for you. They just are going to have to wait, or you'll have to make the gallery public. So that's the option that you have. All right, let me go back to my dashboard here. And let's see what the next question is that we've got here. All right. How can I put a buy button over my thumbnails? Yes, so you can do this with your thumbnails. I swear we had this question last week too. A lot of people want to put buy buttons on their thumbnails. It's actually a great idea. It's going to make it easier for your clients to purchase their photos and things like that. And there's also, which actually the next question is there any kind of customization I can do to my gallery thumbnails to make them look different? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer these two questions together, show you how to put that buy button on your thumbnails, and then also show you some of the things you can do to make your gallery thumbnails look a little bit different. All right, we're going to go to photos here. And then what we're going to do is go to Peru. And let's just go ahead and customize this really quick. So you can see the first thing is, in order to have that buy button show, the gallery needs to have a price list assigned to it. So if your gallery does not have a price list assigned to it, make sure to assign one to your gallery. All right, so now you can see the buy button is already showing up here, but let me just take you through the steps to show you how to get it to show. What you want to do is you want to go up to Options, uncheck Use Default, go to Grid Options, select either Grid A, B, or I think even C will let you show it. Yep, C will let you show it, but I like Grid B. So we're going to select Grid B, and then we're going to go down to Thumbnails. And right here it says Buy Button. Do you want it to show on hover, or hide? Well, we want that thing to show. And then you want to do a hover overlay, which is where the image doesn't have anything unless you hover over it, or you can just do a standard overlay. So let me go to Overlay. You can also show the title, the text if you want, and you can have the text alignment here. So I'm going to set this to center. And then what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to remove all of these social media icons and set everything else to hide, except for maybe the add to favorites. And then I'm going to go down here and hit apply. All right, so now what you're going to notice is that buy button is going to be there on the gallery thumbnails now. So that's how you get that buy button to show up. But now what if we want to change the look of these thumbnails? Maybe we want to round the corners off. Maybe we want to give them a shadow. Maybe we want the buy button to look a little bit different. That's definitely possible to do. All you need to do is do some customizing to your theme. And so what we're going to do actually is I've got Theme Designer loaded up already. I think maybe I didn't load it up. All right, so what we're going to do is from this gallery here, we're going to go and hover over themes. And actually what I like to do is open that in a new tab. So I'm going to open it in a new tab, and I'll show you why I'm doing that here in a second. That way you can go back and forth. But what we're going to do is now click on Theme, and I'm going to click Edit Theme right here. What this is going to do is it's going to load me into Theme Designer, where I can edit the theme that's applied to this gallery. And now the reason that I loaded it in another tab is because once I save it, I can flip back and forth between these two tabs, keep Theme Designer open and keep customizing the theme, and go back here and click refresh and see the changes that it made before I have to close Theme Designer down. All right, so what we're going to do really quick is once Theme Designer finishes loading here, we're just going to go right here to Galleries, and we're going to come down here, and here are the dynamic thumbnails right here. So what you can do is click on that. That's going to load the elements over here on the left. And then what we can do is come down here, thumbnail image right here, corners right here. We can change those corners up, give us some nice little round corners right here. Now obviously I'm going to make these really drastic so the change is easy to see, but you can apply it however you want. So now we're going to have rounded corners right here. And let's go ahead and add a shadow. You can add a shadow as well. So let's add that little shadow right there. Let's make it really bright. Or, you know, you could change the color up and make it some weird like red glow if you wanted to do that. But I'm just going to leave it as a shadow. Hit save here. And then let's go ahead and change the way this buy button looks a little bit. What I'm going to do is click on this right here. We're going to come down here. There's that buy button right here. And what I want to do actually is let's make those corners rounded as well. We're going to make them rounded. Save that. And then let's take that background color out. So there's no background color over it at all. The opacity is all the way down right here. Let's go ahead and click done there. And then the last thing I want to do is remove that overlay background color right here. So the thumbnail overlay right here, I just want to make that completely transparent. So I'm going to drop it down to being completely transparent. Well, maybe not. Well, we'll leave it like that. And then for the buy button, we'll add a little bit of color back into it just so we can make sure that we can see it. Let me go here, click on this, and let's add just a little bit of color back to it there. Okay, so now that I've made all those changes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Save As, and this is what I recommend doing. Clicking Save As, give this thing a unique name so it's easy to identify. So I'm going to name it Robert's Test 4. Because I'm sure there's probably a Robert's test in there already, and click Save. Now, without closing this theme designer down, without hitting Done, what I'm going to do now is jump back to that other tab, hit the refresh button or Command R, and then we're just going to load that theme onto this page so we can see the changes that we made. So I'm going to go Theme right here, scroll down and find that Robert's Test, wherever it is, Robert's Test 4 right here, and then I'm going to apply that. And now you're going to see the thumbnails are going to be rounded, the buy button's going to look totally different, and that's some options that you have. So now the gallery looks 100% completely different than it did before. All right, I hope that helps and gives you some ideas of some things you can do to make your gallery really stand out and be different from just the normal way that it is. Let me go back to my dashboard here, and let's take a question from the chat really quick. All right, so I've got Shark says, can I offer free downloads to the bride and groom only, but their friends and family can't get free downloads in the same gallery? So it sounds like what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to have digital images for sale, but you're wanting to let your bride and groom download them for free while everybody else has to actually pay for them. You can definitely do this. A lot of people try to do it by turning on the free downloading and gallery access right here, and then going to downloading and doing it with a password so that the bride and groom would have to enter a password and they could download their images for free. That works fine and dandy if your bride and groom are very honest people and they're not going to share that password with mom, with dad, with their besties and things like that. But unfortunately, it's been my experience that to keep honest people honest, I would go creating a coupon route is what I would do. So let me show you how to do that and what I'm talking about. And if you have any questions, there's actually a really good tutorial on this, on creating a coupon on the Zenfolio YouTube channel. So let me switch over to my browser really quick. And what we're going to do is scroll down here. And instead of it being locked with a password, I'm actually going to turn off downloading because I don't want this to be on. I don't want it to be locked with a password. This is actually only for free downloads. So if you want to sell your downloads, this does not need to be turned on. And in fact, I recommend turning it off. All right, let me save this here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go up to selling right here and then go to digital products to make sure that we've got some digital products to work with. These are how you sell your downloads. So as you can see here, I've got several digital products here that I have to work with. If you're not familiar with creating digital products, there's also a really good creating digital products and selling them tutorial on the channel as well. If I could get somebody to throw out the coupons link, and if I could get Cheryl or Zach to throw out the digital products link as well in the chat. That way you guys have it for reference if you need it. Okay, so what we're going to do is, now that we've got the digital products here and created, we're going to go back to selling, and we're just going to go to coupons right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a coupon that's specifically for the bride and groom. So I'm just going to go add new coupon. And if you're creating a coupon specifically for somebody, I recommend putting their name or whatever you put their name on there, so that you know what this coupon was created for. So in this case, I'm going to say it was created for sharks. And then I'm going to put the coupon code in here as saying sharks 17. So this would be the code that he enters, that you enter, so that you get those images for free if you're downloading for free. So if you go to the gallery and you want to download the photos, but you want to download them for free because it's the bride and groom, they would enter the code for the coupon right here. The next thing you're going to do is go to discount products and then choose the type. You're going to actually change it to be a %. And then here is the what makes this coupon work. Let's say you want to allow your clients or your bride and groom to download the entire gallery for free. Now, if you've created a digital product that allows for the entire gallery to be downloaded after purchased, all you need to do is set type to be % of total products, do this to be 100%, and then set it up to cap at that price for that specific digital product. So let's say, for instance, that you offer the full gallery download for $500. So we're going to discount the products 100% up to $500. The next most important thing that you do is making sure that you turn it off for prints and products, self-fulfilled products, and packages, so that it can only be used for digital products right here. So that's the next most important thing. Otherwise, you're going to let people order prints and things like that for free up to $500, and it's going to be a nightmare, and you definitely don't want to do that. The other most important thing that you do is make sure that you set that coupon up so that it only works in the specific gallery designated for your clients. So let's just click on this, and let's just say we're making this for the Smith gallery. So now this coupon will only work to purchase digital products out of the Smith gallery. Next thing you want to do is turn off that no limit, set it up to be limited to one-time use, and save it. So now what you're going to do, you're going to send this coupon code to your bride and groom, and you're going to let your bride and groom know, hey, go to the gallery, go ahead and select that digital product that says entire gallery download, and then when you get to the payout screen, enter this coupon code, and it's going to allow you to download for free. Once they use that coupon code, then it's going to expire and nobody else can use it, but then their friends and family can come to the gallery and pay for the downloads that they want. So that would be my recommendation. I hope that helps, Shark. If you have any questions, I see Cheryl threw those links out there. Thanks, Cheryl, for doing that. Those tutorials are there in the chat. We've got time for probably one more question. So let's see. Matt says, I just got on and I may have missed it. Let's say I have a 5x7 photo and an 8x10 in a collection. Can I sell them in 2 different price lists so I do not have to crop the photos? Therefore, I can have a photo size ratio price list for each size. So it sounds like, let's see, a 5x7, 8x10 in a collection. Can I sell them in 2 different price lists? So actually what I would recommend doing is, are you wanting to limit them specifically? Like, let's see, 8x10 in a collection. If you could just clarify a little bit, are you wanting to limit them to only being able to be purchased at a specific size? Are you wanting them to be purchased at both sizes? If you could just explain a little bit more what you're asking, Matt, definitely be happy to answer that for you. I just need a little bit more information. All right, while I'm waiting on Matt here, let's go back to the dashboard. And then let's see here. See if there's any quick questions that I can take while we're waiting on Matt here. Let's see. Can I give my business partner access to the account? Yeah, so you can do what's called a user account if you have an advanced or a premium business account. What this does is this actually gives people their own access, whoever you designate to have access. So you have to have a premium business account or an advanced account to do that. So what you want to do is go up here, go to settings, and then right here will be under account information will be manage users. Click on that. And this is where you can create new. So let's say you want to give your business partner his own password and access to the account. You go to create new, give their full name, the email address, their username, and then this is where you can decide what role they have. So now, just to clarify, while some of these roles will limit what they have access to in the account as far as like changing pricing or things like that, anybody that you create a user role for will be able to go to photos and view all photos. So I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Linda says, there are different print vendors. Is there a way to get a sample so I know what I'm selecting for my clients? So MPix Pro will give you some free sample prints, and then you can absolutely order products within your account at the base lab cost. So what you want to do is, in order to do that, just click on an image in the gallery. Right here, Linda. Just click on an image and then go right here. Click buy up there. And then you can go through, and like I said, MPix Pro will give you 5 free test prints. Right here, you can see the test prints are right here. Or you can go ahead and order from any of the integrated vendors at the base lab cost. And that's how you could get some samples and things like that. All right, Matt says, yes, as a size 8x10 or 16x20 to keep from cropping and not destroy the original creative format. So whenever you upload an image to Zenfolio, actually we don't alter the original image or anything like that. It's going to be the original image. We just create display sizes from it. Unfortunately, Matt, I'm about out of time, and I'm not really going to have time to fully answer your question and give you justice on that. So, Matt, if you will reach out to me, just shoot me an email. Go to zenfolio.com/contact. You can put Attention Robert in the subject line. You can put YouTube live question or whatever. Just shoot me that question, and I will definitely take the time to make sure that we go back and forth and get that question answered so that you can understand how to do what it is you're trying to do. Like I said, unfortunately, I'm out of time. I wish I had time to go into that and help you with that here, but definitely shoot me an email and we will get that fixed for you. All right, everybody, thank you for joining me today on the live Q&A. If this is your first time watching this, I just want to say thanks for watching. Make sure to click on that orange Zenfolio icon and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the live Q&A or miss any video tutorials. Facebook people, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened to the feed. Hopefully it doesn't happen again next week, but I look forward to seeing you guys here next week, same time and same place. Until then, everybody have a great weekend.